वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषये भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात् कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। 108th class. Today will be the last class of Tattvabodha. Class being 108, so we'll wind up with this class. Tattvabodha topic will be over. The class may last for more than 1 hour because we want to complete this. Let us see. Please repeat after me. Vasudevendra Yogindram.
Vasudevendra Yogindram
Tattvajnanapradam Gurum.
Tattvajnanapradam Gurum
Mukshunam hitarthaya
Mumukshunam Hitarthaya
Tattvabodho vidiyate.
Tattvabodha Vidhiyate.
Is my voice clear to all of you?
Yes,
Yes, Guruji. Yes, please, Guruji.
Karmani kati vidhani santi iti chet.
Karmani kati
Vidhani santi iti chet.
Agami sanchita prarabdha bhedena.
Agami sanchita prarabdha
Vidhani santi.
Trividhani santi.
Agami karma kim.
Agami karma
kim.
Jnanodpatyanantaram.
Jnanodpatyanantaram.
Deha kritam.
Jnane deha kritam.
Papa rupam karma yat asti. Punya
papa rupam karma yadaste.
Tat agami iti abhidhiyate.
Tata agami abhidhiyate.
Sanchitam karma kim.
Sanchitam karma kim.
Anantakoti janmana.
Anantakoti janmanam.
Bijabhutam sat.
Bijabhutam sat.
Yat karma jatam.
Yat karma jatam.
पूर्वार्जितं तिष्ठति
पूर्वार्जितं तिष्ठते
तत् सञ्चितं ज्ञेयम्
तत् सञ्चितं ज्ञेयम्
प्रारब्धं कर्म किम् इति चेत्
प्रारब्धं कर्म किमिति चेत्
इदं शरीरम् उत्पाद्य
इदं शरीरम्
उत्पाद्य
इह लोके एवम्
इह लोके एवम्
इह लोके
इह लोके
एवं सुखदुःखादिप्रदम्
एवं
सुखदुःखादिप्रदम्
तत् प्रारब्धम्
यत् कर्म
प्रारब्धम्
प्रारब्धम्
भोगेन नष्टं भवति
भोगेन भवति
प्रारब्धकर्मणा
प्रारब्धकर्मणा
भोगादेव क्षयः इति
भोगादेव क्षयः इति
So that we saw in the last class. Prarabdha karma, agami sanchita prarabdha. Trivida karmani santi, agami, what is agami we saw. General as well as from the standpoint of the jnani. As we saw before, in Tattvabodha, it is the three types of karma are explained from the standpoint of a jnani. After the jnanam, what will happen to the three karma? In general, as well as from the perspective of a jnani, we saw. From the perspective of jnani means jnani doesn't have any karma. The karmas are there, what will happen to the jnani? That is the discussion here. Agami, we saw, after the utpatti of the jnanam, what the deha of the jnani does, punya papa karma, that is called agami. Then sanchita karma, karmas are those karma which has been collected over many janmas, ananta koti janmana, and that is the bija, the seed is there. So, Purvarjitam tishtati, all the karmas are collected before. They are stored, accumulated. That is sanchita. Prarabdham is this shariram having been created, and in this loka, in this prithvi, that sukha dukkha pradam yat karma, that karma which gives sukha, dukkha, etc. That is the karma which fructifies after the utpatti of this shariram in this loka, that is in this janma. Whatever karma you experience in the form of sukha dukkha, that is prarabdham. And since it has already started, prarabdha karma, bhoge nashtam bhavati, bhogadeva kshayaka bhavati, only by exhaustion. The exhaustion of prarabdha karma is only by anubhava, only by experience. Bhogadeva kshayaka iti. Whether the person is a jnani or ajnani, bhoga kshaya, the exhaustion of prarabdha karma happens only by anubhava, experience, because it has already been started. What is the proof? This shariram is there. What is the proof? Body is here now, alive, moving around, doing all sorts of karma activities. That is the proof. So therefore, you have to experience whether it is jnani or ajnani. If it is so, if it is common for both, then what is the difference between a jnani and a jnani? The difference is jnani doesn't have kartrutvam, the sense of doership. Therefore, no bhuktrutvam, no kartrutvam, no bhuktrutvam. Na kartrutvam asti, jnaninaha bhuktrutvam api na asti. The jnani knows that aham atma asangaha purnaha abhyaya atma iti. Jnani knows. Therefore, jnani being asangaha, even though prarabdham continues to exist, but jnani is asangaha with regard to what the karma gives, what anubhava the karma gives. With regard to experience, jnani is asangaha. Asangaha means nasangaha, not attached. What does it mean, not attached? Unattachment. That is recognizing oneself to be body, mind, sense complex, and with the anubhava. That is what is called attachment. Body is not you. Body is an assembly. Assembly is only for, assembly is not for itself. Assembly is for the indweller. Therefore, it is very clear the assembly is different from the indweller of the assemblage. Therefore, with regard to the assembly, this body assembly, the jnani doesn't have sangha. He knows aham atma. Therefore, how can he have sangha? Sangha is that then he is not jnani. That's the difference. Attachment and detachment. So detachment is not, you don't have to physically detach from. With the body, jnani is detached only. He doesn't have abhimana. That is asangaha. So with regard to body, mind, sense complex, and the anubhava, he doesn't have any abhimana. He doesn't recognize them as himself. Therefore, jnani is asangaha. As atma is asangaha, because jnani is atma, not different from atma. Only when there is abhimana with anatma, a person becomes sangaha. Jnani has got complete abhimana with atma, with himself, with swarupam, atma swarupam. Therefore, as he is sthula sukshma karma sharira dhatirtaha panchakoshatitaha avasthatraya sakshi Sachidananda Rupaha, all these are definitions of Atma. Therefore, Jnani is Asangaha, Atma. Jnani is Atma. The Shariram is Mithya. Mithya Shariram will continue because it has already started. The Shariram will continue. And it is Mithya for Jnani. By Jnanam, it dismisses the reality of Shariram. Mithya is the, so Mithya Shariram. But with the Shariram, he continues to live as long as the Prarabdha is there. And what about the Kartrutvam? There is no Kartrutvam. In fact, if it is Mithya Kartrutvam, Kartrutvam also is Mithya. From the onlooker's standpoint, it may seem that Jnani is doing karma, but really not. That is also Mithya Kartrutvam. Kartrutvam, not there, it is Mithya. When Shariram is Mithya, what about the Kartrutvam? It is Mithya Kartrutvam. Therefore, Shariram will continue, Prarabdha Vashat, Vyavaharika Srishti will continue, but Pratibhasika Srishti, that will disappear. The Jiva Srishti will disappear. That Ajnanam, self-projection, Pratibhasika Srishti. What is Pratibhasika Srishti? Taking oneself to be the Shariram and having the Sangha with this Shariram and doing all the activities and enjoying the karma phala, thinking oneself to be a Tattvabodha, that is Pratibhasika. That will disappear in the wake of Jnanam. Agam Brahma Asmi, that in the Jnanam, the wake of that Jnanam, that disappears. But Vyavaharika Srishti, which is the creation of Ishvara, that will continue. Therefore, body will continue. Body will not suddenly disappear and merge with the Akasha. That something like that happens. If it happens, then nobody will be there to teach what Jnanam is. If every Jnani disappears like that, then who will teach Shastra? Therefore, Vyavaharika Srishti will continue. Jagat is Mithya Upadhi of Ishvara. It is Upadhi of, it is also Mithya only. It is Upadhi of Ishvara. So that will continue. And doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter for the bondage of Jiva. What matters is my projection. Projection alone matters for bondage. My own Srishti my own projection, pratibhasika srishti, that alone matters. For what? For bandha. And Jnani has cut that. He has removed that. Aham karta, aham bhokta, aham sukhi, aham dukhi, aham parichinna jivaha. All these are self-projections. This is what pratibhasika srishti. False knowledge, therefore false projection. And that is what is responsible for bandha. When I know that aham brahma asmi, then what happens to all these self, the false projections? They disappear. When I know aham brahma asmi, then there is nothing to bind me. I enjoy Ishvara srishti. I enjoy Vyavaharika srishti. I am also being a part of Ishvara srishti. I also enjoy in order with the Ishvara. I am not different from Ishvara. I am not away from Ishvara. I am Ishvara. I enjoy the srishti. Mayyeva sakalam jatam, mayi sarvam pratishtitam. Mayi sarvam layam yati. Tad Brahma agamasmi advayam. In Kaivalya Upanishad says, everything is born of me, everything is sustained in me. Finally, everything resolves in me. Tat Brahma agamasmi, Advayam Brahma agamasmi. Advayam Brahma, there is no duality. I am Ishvara. This Upadhi is Nitya, that is Ishvara Upadhi, this Jagat. That is there because jivas have to exhaust their karma. So, therefore, there is no duality, only Advaitam, Advayam Brahma, that is myself. If that is so, if that is so, like enjoying a dream, a good dream, which is Jiva's own Srishti, I enjoy Ishvara Srishti. Swapna Srishti is due to Avidya. Ishvara Srishti is not Avidya, it is Jnanam. I am ignorant in the Swapna. Therefore, Swapna Srishti is real for me, as long as Swapna is there. When I wake up Swapna, I understand that Swapna is Vidya. It is because of Vidya. But I am a Jnani in Ishvara Srishti. In Swapna Srishti, I am not Jnani. In Pratibhasika Srishti, where Pratibhasika Srishti is there Ajnanam is. One who has Pratibhasika Srishti is Ajnani. In Ishvara Srishti, Jnani. That is, with regard to self-projection, one who projects himself as this Sukhi, Dukhi, Abhimana with the Shariram, that is Pratibhasika Srishti. When this Abhimana is there, Pratibhasika Srishti is there, therefore Ajnanam is there, Ajnani. When this Ajnanam goes away, then you enjoy this Ishvara Srishti. You are a Jnani in Ishvara Srishti. You can see the Ishvara Srishti as it is and enjoy only when you are a Jnani. Not seeing that as Ishvara Srishti, you project your Srishti and suffer because of that. That is Ajnana. Jnani has come out from that. Therefore, being one with Ishvara and the Ishvara Srishti, therefore, all the glories of Ishvara are my glories. I enjoy Ishvara Srishti. Aham Ishvaraha, the Srishti is not different from me. Jagat Karanam Brahma Aham Asmi. Therefore, whatever the glories are there in the Srishti, that is my glory. That is what Bhagavan Krishna says in the Gita. Yad yad vibhuti matsatvam shrimadurgitamevava. All the vibhutis are my vibhutis. All the glories are my glories. In the 10th chapter, he says, therefore, this is the mind of a jnani. If that is so, then what will happen to the prarabdha? Prarabdha has no say over this person, this jnani, causing him sukham or dukkham. but he has to undergo prarabdha karma. He has to undergo prarabdha karma, but it will not have any effect on the person because he is a jnani. And prarabdha karma will continue because it has already been set in motion. It has already been started. Then what about sanchita karma and agami karma? That is, the author will explain. We will read that. Sanchita karma
Sanchita-karma
brahma eva aham asmi iti
Brahma eva aham
aham
asmi
asmi
iti
iti
nischaya jnanena nashyati.
निश्चय ज्ञान
jnanena nashyati.
Prarabdha cannot be exhausted. Fine. Then what about sanchita? Sanchita it is there. That also will jnani has to undergo. If that also he has to undergo, then what is the use of this jnana? Therefore, says sanchita karma gets destroyed by the clear knowledge that aham brahma. Nischaya jnanena, by definite knowledge. Nischaya jnanena, not vague knowledge, by definite knowledge, by clear knowledge. Pratibandhaka. Pratibandhaka jnanam is as good as no jnana. Pratibandha, knowledge with obstacles. That is not a clear knowledge. Clear knowledge means no pratibandhas. Seeing oneself as one is, not coloring, not projecting, no self-projection, as it is, understanding oneself as the person, as he is. That is called clear vision, clear knowledge, nischaya jnana. Nischaya jnanena nashyati. So pratibandha ragita jnanam, nischaya jnanam, by definite knowledge, it gets destroyed. What? Sanchita. What is nischaya jnanam? Well ascertained knowledge. Knowledge which is free from pratibandha. Knowledge free from inhibiting factors. What nashyati? Sanchita karma nashyati. Sanchita means accumulated. Chidatu with some upasarga. Tapratyaya. Accumulate. Sanchita, the word comes. Dhatu, chidatu. Chi chayane. Sanchita means accumulated karma, which is standing in the account of jiva. Lot of karmas which have been collected over the crores of janma, that is sanchita. So, Brahma eva aham asmi iti nischaya jnanam, that jnanam, aham akarta Brahma, by that knowledge, the person who was responsible for all the karma, in whose account this sanchita karma, a huge account, is standing, that person is falsified. That person itself, not there, falsified. Therefore, what will happen to this karma? It just disappears because the one who has to claim is not there. The person is falsified in the wake of jnanam. In falsifying the kartrutvam, the doership, everything is falsified. Therefore, there is no question of destruction or anything here. No action is involved. Kartrutvam, the karta itself is not there. Then what will happen to the karma? It just goes away, disappears. Suppose a person has done a lot of crime. Now he suddenly dies. He has done a lot of crime and suddenly dies. In his name, huge file is there in the court. Now what will happen to that file? The file is closed in the court, that's all. Similarly, but the file will be open in the court of Ishvara. That is different. In the same way, after the fall of the body, Jnane's sanchita karma is closed. His account is closed. That sanchita karma means it includes all the karmas done in before as well as in this life, everything. Before knowledge, whatever karma he had done, that in this life, as well as the karma what he had done before, everything is closed, just like closed, because he is not there. The person who did crime is died. Then what will happen to the case? Close the case. What's the point in proving that he is a culprit? The person itself has gone. So close the case. Similarly, close the account. Nobody is there to claim it. The karta is not there. Therefore, sanchita karma nashyati. So, karma alone is responsible for janma. That sanchita is not there, gone, then punarjanma not there. Jnani becoming free. Now, one more karma is there. That may bind the jnani. He may ask, what is the karma? Agami. That also will get destroyed. That is the next line we will read. Agami karma pi
Agami karma
Agami karmapi
jnanena nashyati
jnanena nashyati
kincha
kincha
agami karmanam
agami
agami
karma
karmanam
dalini dal-gat-jalwad
nalini
nalini
dal-gat-jalwad
दल-गत-जलवद
jnaninam sambandha nasti.
jnaninam
jnaninam sambandhah nasti.
नास्ति
Out of three karma, prarabdha he has to exhaust. Sanchita is closed. Then what will happen to Agami? The karma, what he has done, what he is doing after Jnanam. After Jnanam, he will be doing karma. And that karma will have Papa Punya. Some Papa karma also he may do, not deliberately, by mistake, because he has to eat, he has to walk, he has to do all activities. So small Papa karma may be there. What will happen to that? So, that is said here. Very Agami karma api jnanena nashyati. That is the line we were seeing. Kincha agami karmanam nalini dal-gata jalavat jnaninam sambandha nasti. Agami karma also. Karma api. Sanchita destroyed. Prarabdha to be exhausted. Now, only karma what is left out is agami. That is also gets destroyed by knowledge. Jnanena nashyati. Atma jnanena brahma jnanena nashyati. Also, kincha agami karmas also agami karmas do not have connection with the jnani. They don't have any connection, no sambandha. Gopi sambandha nasti. Like what? Nalini dal-gat-jalwad, like the water which is obtained on the lotus leaf. Nalini dala lotus leaf. Gata-jalwad, like the water which floats on the lotus leaf. Asangaha, no connection. Between the water and the leaf, there is no connection. Similarly, agami karmas also will not have any connection with the jnani. Karma, what the jnani had done after jnanam, that also will have no connection with the jnani. Suppose a jnani happens to do some good karma after jnanam. Teaching is also a good karma, punya karma. Punyam is adrishtam, invisible. Invisible, favorable result is called punyam, which may come later, punyam. Therefore, if it's a teaching jnani, he teaches every day, therefore he gathers punyam every day. Even though punyam is born of good karma, but still it is karma only. Whether it is a gold chain or iron chain, chain is a chain. It will bind the person. So punyam or papam is born of karma only, and it will give karma phala. Therefore, one has to experience. But regard to jnani, what happens? regard to Jnani, what happens? With regard to Ajnani, what happens? With regard to Ajnani, to enjoy the punyam, he has to take Shariram. But with regard to Jnani, there is no sambandha, there is no connection between the karma pala, and the Jnani. Similarly, with regard to Papa karma also, there may be some Papa karma due to various activities like eating, walking, etc. And some himsa is done accidentally to some small creatures. That is papam. What will happen to that papam also for Jnani? Whether it is punyam or papam, both gets destroyed by jnanam for the Jnani. Agam akarta abhokta atma iti jnanena nashyati becomes destroyed. Therefore, there is no sambandha, there is no connection between the agami karma and the Jnani. Since there is no connection, therefore, nashyati. Between the karta and the karma palam, between the karta, the doer, and the karma palam, the result of action, there is sambandha. The doer enjoys the result of karma pala. This is what generally we see. But here, the Jnani doesn't have kartritva. Therefore, he doesn't have adrishta karma palam in the form of papa punya. Whatever karma you do, that you get result for that. Whatever karma you do, that you get result. But for Jnani, whether it is drishtapalam or adrishtapalam, the form of papa punya, doesn't have, because no kartrutva. So, therefore, for good karma, papa karma, we said, any karma, we said two palam will be there, drishtapalam, adrishtapalam. Drishtapalam, adrishtapalam. Drishtapalam is palam what you see, what is available for your perception. Adrishtapalam also will be there. So whatever karma you do, there is some result which can be perceived. That is drishtam. Suppose if a jnani is hungry, he gets food. He will eat food. That eating is a karma that gives a satisfaction. Jnani is hungry. He eats food, and eating is an action that gives satisfaction, appeasement of hunger. That is drishtapalam. But adrishtapalam in the form of papa punya, which transform into situations which one experiences, that is not there for Jnani. So, drishtapalam, for karma, drishtapalam may be there, like the example, small example. Eating gives appeasement of hunger. Adrishtapalam in the form of papa punya, that will not come for Jnani. That will not be there for the Jnani. Drishtapalam may be there, but adrishtapalam, the form of papa punya, will not be there. Any karma will have two palam. Drishtapalam, adrishtapalam. Adrishtam only is papa punya. Drishtam is what is perceived now, here itself. That will be there for the Jnani, but adrishtam will not be there. That is what agami karma is. You can understand it properly. So adrishtapalam in the form of papa punya, which alone transform into situations of experiences, that will not be there for Jnani. That is what agami karma jnanena nashyati. Agami karma palam jnanena nashyati. Drishtapalam may be there for a Jnani. It should be there. That is the order. Every karma there is a karma palam. Immediate karma palam is eating, appeasement of hunger. Walking, you will reach the destination. Karma palam. That is there for Jnani. That you cannot say it will not be there for Jnani. That's a problem. Ishvara Srishti, that will be there. Adrishtapalam we are talking about. That will not be there. Adrishtapalam in the form of papa punya. Therefore, by the same jnanam, which was responsible for destroying the Sanchita, agami also gets destroyed. Sanchita karma is what is going to fructify. It's all papa punya, adrishtapalam. Agami, adrishtapalam also what happens? Like Sanchita got destroyed, this also gets destroyed. Even though Jnani seems to be doing karma, because he has body, mind, sense complex, but there is no real karma as a part of the Jnani. Why? Because he is Atma. He has that Jnanam. Therefore, Sambandha between Karta and Karma Phalam not there. The Karma Phalam of the Jnani will remain without anybody to climb. Therefore, Nalini Dal-gata. Therefore, Nalini Dal-gat-jalwad Sambandha nasti, no connection, like the drops of water or a lotus leaves. Nalini Dala means lotus petal. There is no connection between lotus petal and the water. Even though water is very much there on it, the petal cannot be made wet by water drops. A cloth may get wet by water. That is Ajnani. But Jnani is like a petal, lotus petal. He will not get wet by the karma phala. Brahmanyadaya karmani sangam tektva karotyah lipyate nasapapena padmapatra vivambasa. Gita, Bhagavad Krishna says, Padmapatra, like Padmapatram. Padmapatram is not in any way connected with water, even though it is very much into water. Similarly, Jnani is very much in action, doing action. His Karya Karana Sangata, body, mind, senses, perform action. At the same time, Adrishtapalam will not touch him at all because there is no Kartrutvam. Agami is the karma that is gathered in this life. For all the people, whether Jnani or Ajnani, Agami karma is there. But for Jnani, the Agami karma is a little different. For him, any Punya Papam gathered in this life, up to the point of gaining Jnanam, gets destroyed in the same way as Sanchita karma got destroyed. All the past karmas in his account gets cleared. Why? Because the person is not available for climbing the karma phala. Karta nasti, then who will climb? No climate. Therefore, it gets destroyed. Why Jnani cannot have a new account? Since he doesn't think that Aham Karta, even though he may be doing action, why can't he have a new account? No. If Jnani can have a new account, then what is the use of Jnana? Therefore, there is no new account or no special account for Jnani. But there are certain Agami karmas which materializes in this Janma of Jnani, towards which Jnani has got no Sambandha. I'll explain what it is. Agami karma is divided into two types. There are certain types of Agami karma which can produce results while living. Some Agami karma need not materialize in this Janma itself. For example, a person wants to attain Swargaloka. Therefore, what he does, he does the Jyotishtoma Yajna. Jyotishtoma Yajna, it's a Yajna conducting which a person gains Swargaloka. But Swargaloka, when do you attain? After Marana. Now, this person has done. Karma in the form of a ritual is done now while living. It is Agami karma. But the result will come after Marana. Suppose the person has done Putra Kameshti Yajna. Putra Kameshti Yajna. Very good. Today we have some Pratibandhas. But anyway, we want to complete it. Tattvabodha today. 108th class, auspicious number, so you can complete. Let us see. But power problem is going off. That is our karma. We have to exhaust it. Every time when the power goes, I have to just give us summary what we have seen, what we are discussing. Please understand when we say Sanchita karma. Anyway, that we are discussing Agami, we are just saying Sanchita. Sanchita is destroyed, means Sanchita with the karma palam, which is in the form of Papa Punya, is destroyed. Similarly, Agami karma being Jnane Nashyati is Agami karma also, that Papa Punya. Papa Punya is Adrishta. Drishta palam, Agami is while living. The Drishta palam will be there. Drishta palam is not there, then it's a problem. In Ishvara Srishti, for any karma, there will be the karma palam. For every action, there is equal and opposite reaction. That is the order. That order cannot be violated. It is applicable for all, whether jnani or ajnani. Otherwise, jnani will not experience gravity. He will be floating in the air if he has got some special privilege. Like anybody, jnani also has to walk on earth only. There is no special allowance for jnani. Therefore, when we say karma get destroyed, means karma palam, and that karma palam is adrishta karma palam. Now, I was talking about this agami karma. Agami karma, two types I said. Just for that only I gave the example. Jyotishtoma yajna is a karma performing which the karma pala comes later. Karma pala in the form of going to Swarga Loka, gaining the Sukhanubhava, Sukham in the Swarga Loka. But karma is not while living. The karma pala is not while living. It is after Maranam. Now, another karma, if you take Putra Kameshti karma, yajna. The ritual is for getting children. Children when? Now or next janma or in the Swarga Loka. Nobody does Putra Kameshti yajna for getting children in the next janma or next loka. It is here and now. In this janma, I want Putra. I don't have son, therefore I do Putra Kameshti yajna. Therefore, the result is expected in this janma only, not after death. If it is after death, if it is after death, Putra Kameshti, then it's a problem. After death, what happens? I myself don't know. Where I will go. Then why should I ask for children after death? So it is for this janma only. Therefore, two types of agami. One type of agami karma materializes in this very janma itself. And the other one, not in this janma. It could be either in the next janma or it could be after death in some other loka. So that karma which will materialize not in this janma will join the Sanchita karma. That karma which will not materialize in this janma will join Sanchita karma. It is not something new what we are learning. Already we have seen this. Now, we know that for a jnani, the whole bundle of Sanchita karma is destroyed in the wake of jnanam. Sanchita karma, nischaya jnanena nashyati. Along with the Sanchita karma, now what will happen to Agami? The Agami karma which joins with Sanchita, they are also destroyed. If that is so, then what happens to the Agami karma which is supposed to bear result in this janma itself? A jnani doesn't claim those Agami karmas also because he doesn't have kartrutvam. Doesn't have kartrutvam, aham karta iti buddhihi nasti. Therefore, if they are not claimed by jnani, if the agami karmas which are supposed to fructify in this life itself, then what will happen? The jnani doesn't claim agami karma which is supposed to fructify in this janma, like that's why I get example Putra Kameshti, etc. Jnani doesn't require anything new. So what will happen to those agami karma now? Putra Kameshti is only an example. Okay. Not that jnani will do that. So like that, the karma what the jnani had done, which are supposed to fructify in this janma itself, that which are supposed to fructify next janma, it will join with Sanchita and get destroyed. That is over. Now, those karma which are supposed to fructify in this janma and that are not claimed by jnani, what will happen to those agami karma? Where will this agami karma in the form of Punya Papa, which are supposed to fructify in this Janma, go where it will go. You understand? So, therefore, when I said two types of Agami Karma, one Agami Karma is done for gaining the result in this very Janma. Other Agami Karma is for gaining the result in the next Janma or the Loka wherever the person goes after death. Now that will go and join with Sanchita and get destroyed. And that which are supposed to fructify in this Janma, for Jnani, since he doesn't have Kartrutvam, therefore, to whom this Agami Karma Pala will go? That question comes. It has to go somewhere. Where it will go? That is what is said in the next line. Let us read. Kincha
Kincha
ye jnaninam stuvanti bhajanti archayanti
ये ज्ञानिनं स्तुवन्ति भजन्ति अर्चयन्ति तां प्रति
Jnani kritam agami punyam gacchati. Very important.
ज्ञानिकृतम् आगामि पुण्यं गच्छति
Ye jnaninam nindanti dvishanti
ये ज्ञानिनं निन्दन्ति द्विषन्ति
dukkhapradhanam kurvanti
दुःखप्रदानं कुर्वन्ति
dukkhapradhanam kurvanti
Dukkha-pradhanam
कुर्वन्ति तां प्रति
Jnanikritam sarvam agami
ज्ञानिकृतं सर्वम् आगामि
kriyamanam
क्रियमाणं
yadavachyam karma
यदवाच्यं कर्म
papatmakam
पापात्मकं
tadgacchati.
तद्गच्छति
Important is this line. The agami punyam of jnani, that karma which are supposed to fructify in this janma itself, that is agami. The agami punyam of jnani goes towards them who praise the jnani, who praise him and who worship him. The agami papam of jnani, that which he has done before jnanam, that will go towards them who criticize him, who hate him, who cause pain to him. Dukkha pradhanam kurvanti. Nindanti dvishanti dukkha pradhanam kurvanti. So jnani, it distributes he not very deliberately. His punya papam, agami punya papam, it's also distributed. Avachya karma, very important. Yet avachyam karma. Avachyam is that which cannot be uttered by words. Kriyamanam karma. That karma which cannot be uttered by words, that is done, the papa karma, that also is distributed in that avachyam karma. Those who criticize, those who utter words that should not be uttered, to them goes jnani's papam. The jnani's papa punyam is distributed. The agami karma pala of the jnani, which is in the form of papa and punya. Punyam will go towards a person who praise him, who serve him, who worship him. And papam will go to the person who criticizes, who hates, who cause pain to the jnani, and who says words which cannot be heard, unutterable words. What they say, that those people who criticize, they are papis. To them, jnani's papam will go. They will take the jnani's papam. That is why jnanis should not be criticized. No word, no bad word should be uttered. Uttering also is a papam. That agami papam of jnani will come to this person. So jnani will not climb papa punya. Punyam will go to those persons who serve. That's why he prospers in life. Papa will come to this person who criticizes, who says words which should not be uttered. Therefore, he suffers. In Mundaka Upanishad, There is a statement. Atmagyam hi archayet bhutikamaha yam yam lokam manasa sambibhati vishuddha sattvaha kamayate yansya kaman tam tam lokam jayate tansya kaman tasmat atmagyam harchayet bhutikamaha. Tritiya Mundakam Prathama Khandam. Important. Bhutikamaha. What is Bhutikamaha? Bhutikamaha is one who is interested in gaining bhuti, prosperity. Whoever wants bhuti, prosperity, let him worship Atmagyaha, let him worship Jnani. Who is Atmagyaha? Atmanam Janati. Atmanam Janati iti Atmagyaha. The one who knows Atma is Atmagyaha, Jnani. Therefore, those who worship Jnani, like one who worships Bhagavan, he will be blessed with bhuti, all prosperity. That is why Jnanis are worshipped. Because Atmagyaha is someone who doesn't look upon himself as a jiva, a limited being. Therefore, an Atmagya is worshipped like Bhagavan. Jnani is worshipped like Bhagavan. As you worship Bhagavan and get what you want, similarly, you worship Jnani and get what you want. For worshipping Jnani is a punyam. Jnani's punyam is distributed among the worshippers of the Jnani. If you worship Atmagya, since he doesn't have ego, and therefore your offering goes to Bhagavan only. In fact, that is the idea behind worshipping God in a murti. A murti, a form, doesn't have personal ego. You think it is a Bhagavan, and therefore you worship Bhagavan, and the offering goes to Bhagavan. For worshipping Bhagavan in a murti, there is palam. Similarly, for worshipping Atmagya, Jnani, there is palam. Added to that palam, you get the punyam of the Jnani. Jnani's punyam of that day, you get it. Every day, punyam of the Jnani is taken away by the people who worship him, who serve him. Therefore, those who praise Jnani, serve him, worship him in a ritualistic way, worshipping him with flowers, naivedyam, etc. Towards those people, the punyam that is gathered by Jnani after Jnanam, that is Agami punyam, goes. Similarly, those people who censure Jnani, criticize Jnani, using abusive words, hate him, do some actions which will cause pain, which cause some kind of affliction to the Jnani, towards them, whatever papa karma done by Jnani because of prarabdha or whatever reason, that karma will go. That agami papam will go. Will Jnani do papa karma? Jnani will not do papa karma, but indirectly possible. He may not be participating in papa karma directly, but indirectly possible. As I said before, suppose he is eating food in somebody's house, and the one who gave him food earned money through papa karma, and using that money is offering food to the Jnani. That Jnani is therefore indirectly is taking papa. Now, that's why we say you should eat in somebody's house where dharma is followed. Krishna was offered food when he went to Hastinapura to talk to Duryodhana. As a diplomat, he went to talk to Duryodhana, requesting him to give back half the kingdom to the Pandavas. Then, when Duryodhana then asked him to, when he was asked by the elders of the Kauravas to have food and go, then Father Krishna told, I cannot eat food in your house because you are committed to adharma. Whereas he went to Vidra's place and there he ate food because Vidra is dharma, dharmika. Therefore, if the Jnani doesn't know the quality of the person who is offering food to the Jnani, then the Jnani may be earning papa indirectly. The Jnani, when he walks by mistake, he may be killing some creatures. Therefore, a Jnani also can earn papa by karma, not done deliberately, but indirectly by mistake, possible. Therefore, these papas, where it will go? These papas will go to those persons who criticize Jnani, who hate the Jnani for no reasons. Therefore, Bhagavan has got a different plan for the karma phalam of the Jnani. Jnani's punya is distributed to those who do seva to him, and papa goes to those who harm the Jnani. The Jnani doesn't retaliate, not even curse. He cannot punish even the worst person. But law of karma has to work and it will work. Therefore, the people who harm the Jnani, they get the punishment. Therefore, if there's any papa in the agami of the jnani, it is distributed to them. Therefore, jnani's account is very clean, no balance. Therefore, jnani's account is clean. Therefore, there is no question of agami drishtapalam. Drishtapalam also distributed. Adrishtapalam, that which has a fructific next janma, joins with sanchita and gets destroyed. And adrishtapalam, in this janma, it is distributed towards the people. And drishtapalam, that one has to experience. The drishtapalam, like prarabdha palam, drishtapalam, that has to be experienced. That is drishta. Adrishtapalam only get distributed. Drishtapalam, whatever palam is there for karma, that is experienced by the jnani. Because it is within the order of Ishvara. So drishtapalam is not distributed, adrishtapalam is distributed. I think by mistake I said drishtapalam, please correct it. Adrishtapalam gets distributed. Drishtapalam is whatever he has done now. For that, there is result immediately now in this janma. That is the order that the jnani has to experience, like any other person. There is no question about that. But adrishtapalam only we are talking about. What will happen to adrishtapalam? That all is responsible for the punarjanma. So, after sanchita, after this agami, that also which added to sanchita, now the agami punya papa of this janma, that is also distributed. So, jnani's account is very clean. He doesn't have anything in his account. So, therefore, what will cause him to come back? Nothing. That is why we say is free from this samsara chakra. Therefore, further, the next line we'll read. Tatha cha
तथा च
atmavit
आत्मवित्
samsaram tirtva
संसारं तीर्त्वा
brahmanandam ihaiva prapnoti
ब्रह्मानन्दम् इहैव प्राप्नोति
tarati shokam atmavit iti shrutehe.
तरति शोकम् आत्मवित् इति श्रुतेः
Atmavit shokam tarati, famous line of the Shruti. Atmavit, Atmanam janati, veti iti Atmavit, the one who knows Atma. Atmavit, Atmajnaha. The one who knows Atma, Atmavit, crosses what? Shokam. The one who knows the Atma is free from Shokam, is free from Dukkham, sorrow. And therefore, Atmavit, the knower of the Atma, samsaram tirtva, trudatu, crossing over, swim over this ocean of samsara. Samsara was a big ocean for a ajnani, not for the jnani, because he has crossed over. For ajnani, it is a big ocean. He cannot cross on his own. For a jnani, it is no more a ocean, because jnani knows it's just a mirage. It is not real. It is just a mirage. Therefore, there is no samsara, really speaking. Therefore, for jnani, it's just a mirage. For ajnani, it is real. Therefore, it is big ocean. It is not that jnani crosses the real ocean of samsara. If it is real, the ocean of the samsara of ocean is real, then you cannot cross. Therefore only I said it's a mirage. Therefore, this ocean of samsara is not real. The ocean of samsara, agam karta, agam bhokta, agam purushaha, agam brahmanaha, agam sukhi, agam dukhi, all these are not real. All these are superimposed on agam. That is why knowledge is required. By knowledge, samsara, which seems to be real, is crossed over. Samsara is real. Snake is real as long as your notions are strong and real for you. When you know that it is a rope, then it is you are awakened. When you know it is a rope, then the fear goes away. Similarly, samsara is unreal. So that which is real for jnani, ajnani, for jnani it is unreal. Therefore, we say crosses over. When the right knowledge is gained through pramanam, it destroys samsara, and therefore samsara is as though crossed, as though it is real, and therefore as though it is crossed. Jnanena eva samsara nivritti. That is the meaning. If knowledge can destroy samsara, then it shows Samsara is not real, very clear. Jnanaplavena sarvam santarishyati. By the boat of knowledge, you cross the ocean of samsara. And the ocean, samsara ocean is a mirage ocean. Mirage ocean dries up when you know Atma with the Upadesha of the Guru. The ocean is not there at all. What is there to dry up? There is nothing to cause, therefore, there is nothing to cause any concern for me to cross the samsara sagara, as there is nothing to cross. Because it is a mirage, it is not real. Therefore, samsara tarana, therefore, to cross this samsara, this unreal samsara, what do you require? Jnanam. Samsara tarana jnanena, atmavit bhavati. You require jnanam to cross this samsara, as because samsara is real as long as the notion that aham karta, aham bhokta, that kartrutvam, that buddhi is there, samsara is real. Therefore, you have to know, gain the knowledge, the vidya, tarana vidya, the technique of crossing over, samsara tarana vidya. Tena jnanena atmaviddhavati, you become atmavidu. Therefore, samsaram tirtva, having crossed over the samsara, brahmanandam brahmaiva prapnoti, ihaiva prapnoti. Anandam is brahmanaha anandam, brahmanandam. Anandam brahmano vidvan avibeti kutaschaneti. The one who knows the ananda of Brahma, the limitlessness, anantatvam of Brahma, which is oneself. Knowing this one is free from the sense of limitation, is free. This Brahmanandam is what is called mokshaha. And the person who gains ihaiva, here itself, meaning asmin loke, asmin Germany, asmin sharire, in this world, in this birth itself, when the body is alive, you become free. You become free while living. We are talking about freedom in this Janma itself, not after death. If you say freedom is gained after death, then that implies travel. You have to travel. If you know that Aham Atma, then as Atma you don't die, therefore no travel. You don't have to travel to any place, Vaikuntha, Kailasha. When a person dies, he departs from the body. There is no death for the person, there is only departure. When he departs from this body, then with respect to the body, he is dead. He leaves the body. The body is dead, not the person. He goes to another place and he is reborn there. The person who leaves the body travels. That is why we use the word departed soul. It means because it's a traveling. Therefore, we do a lot of rituals for the departed souls which travel, not for the dead body. Body is dead. Body is cremated here and it is finished here itself. The body may be dead, but not the person. The person is still there, traveling from one place to another place in the form of birth and death, taking another body. Therefore, we are doing ritual for the person, not for the dead body. We are doing ritual for the departed. That is why it is called Pitru. Therefore, the person who has departed is always there in some form, somewhere. The very word departed says that, meaning traveler, the jiva travels. The jiva keeps on traveling. Therefore, the one who discovers, Aham Ajaha, I am not born. I am not born means I am not dead also. There is no death, there is no birth for me. Najayate mriyate va kadachit. Jnani is not born. Jnani is one with Atma, is not born, therefore not gone. Atma is neither born nor it is subject to death. I, the Atma, is not born. Therefore, the one who knows this is not dead at all. Then whatever that is born, that is dies. What born? Anatma, that is body. Jatasya hi dhruva mrityu. Dhruvam janma mritasya cha. So whatever that is born, it dies for sure. There is no doubt about that. Gita says very clearly. But I am not born. There is no coming or going. There is no coming or going for Atma. Therefore, the one who knows this, Igaiva, Aspin Loke, Aspin Germany, Aspin Dehi, in this body itself, is liberated, is Muktaha. Saha Brahmanandam Igaiva Prapnoti. Saha Brahmanandam, Brahma Ananda. Anandam means here not experience. It's not experiential Ananda. We are not talking about any experience. If Brahmanandam is experiential, then you don't know what it is. Because you cannot experience like you experience a object. If it is going to be an experience, then it is outside the sense organs experience. Sense organs not that an experience is possible. Therefore, it is not an anubhava. Superior pleasure, superior bliss. They use the word bliss. So bliss is also bliss is the word they use for ananda. Nothing wrong in using the word, but we have to understand bliss in the sense it is not like the ananda what you experience through the sense organ. The bliss is your nature. Ananda is your nature. Therefore, it is not an experience. It is not an experience. Something satisfies you in a relatively higher measure. And the period of enjoyment is also long. Then we can call it bliss. Like in Swargaloka, it is an experience. So this is also a relative word. This is also a relative that is also used in sense of experience. Therefore, we avoid using the word bliss. Then use it if you understand. Therefore, but we will avoid the word using bliss. We say Swarupa Ananda. Atma is Ananda Swarupa. It is not experiential Ananda. When you say bliss, then you may think it is also an Anubhava. Therefore, we avoid using the word bliss. We are not talking about any experiential Ananda. Brahma is not experiential. If it is experiential, then it will go away. If it is experiential, then it will go away. If you say that Brahma is also an experience, like Swargaloka you experience, that is something greater than the Sukha Anubhava in this Loka, the Prithvi Loka, that is greater. Similarly, Brahma Ananda is something which is greater than Swargaloka. No, it is not like that. Maybe the experience what you have in the Swargaloka greater than the experience Ananda Anubhava in this Loka, but Brahma is not like that. It is not experiential. It is not something to be experienced or experienceable. It is being what it is. That is your Swarupa. Anything which is experiential, go away. If it goes away, then we need not work for it. We need not aspire for it. It is samsara. Therefore, we are not talking about this anubhava, the sukhanubhava, the bliss or experience in the ordinary sense. Understanding this, we can use the word bliss. We are talking about ananda, which is Swarupananda, Brahmananda. Therefore, Brahma, which is now available. Right now, it is available. Right now, what is available is Brahma. The world I am experiencing is Brahma. Everything is Brahma. Then who am I? I am also part of everything. Therefore, I am also Brahma. I cannot be other than Brahma. Then what about the difference between me and the world? The difference is also Brahma. Difference itself is not there. If you appreciate difference, that is also Brahma. Therefore, both the subject and object, they have their being in Brahma. And the difference, there is no difference. If at all difference is that it is Kalpita, that is Mithya. Therefore, that is Brahma. Therefore, there is only one consciousness. That is Ananda Swarupa, Brahmanandaha. Therefore, the one who knows Brahmanandam apnoti. Therefore, tatacha atmavit samsaram tirtva Brahmanandam ikaiva prapnoti. Tarati shokam atmavit iti shrutehe iti. Shruti here is Tarati shokam atmavit chandogya shruti. Atmavit shokam tarati. Freedom from sorrow. That is what we desire, and that is called moksha. Moksha is a purushartha. In fact, that is only purushartha. By knowing Atma, what you get? You get moksha, Atmavit, shokam, tarati, iti. So, one becomes free from sorrow. One frees oneself from being subject to sorrow. That is important. That is the right translation. Please note. We say, Atmavit, shokam, tarati means one becomes free from sorrow. In fact, it is one frees oneself from being subject to sorrow. One frees oneself being subject to sorrow. That is the real meaning. In fact, that is the best translation. That is the best translation. Because one becomes free from sorrow means one is subject to sorrow. But Atma is never subject to sorrow. Therefore, one frees oneself from being subject to sorrow. That is best one. See, not that sorrow will not come. Sorrow will come, but your vision about yourself has changed. Therefore, sorrow will not touch you. Dukkha will not touch you. Sorrow cannot cause any dent in you. You will accept it as the order of Ishvara. So you will, in fact, you will not label the experience as sorrow. You will not label any experience. You will not label any experience. It is whether it is Dukkha Anubhava or Sukha Anubhava. It's all labeling. You color it. You have Raga Dvesha, therefore only you label it. Jnani doesn't have any Raga Dvesha. Is Atman is Santushtaha. Atmaneva Atmani Santushtaha. Therefore there is no Sukham or there is no Dukkham. Experience being what it is, not carried over by that, is always revels in his Swarupa. So these experiences cannot cause any dent in the person. Agam Brahma, therefore, how can sorrow inflict Brahma? To say I am subject to sorrow is not true at all. You become free because you are Atma Vitu, the knower of Atma. You become free means you understand that you cannot be subject to sorrow. That is what becoming free. Atma being free, the knowledge I am not subject to sorrow makes you Atma Vitu. Therefore, as Atma, you are not subject to sorrow. It is knowledge. I am not subject to sorrow is not a thought. It's not a wishful thinking. It is not any kind of hypnotization. It is a real. It is knowledge. One has to see that. One has to see and appreciate that. Seeing that clearly makes you free from sorrow. Crosses the ocean of samsara. Shruti says, Atmavita Shokam Tarati. Since he is not identified with the body, mind, senses, even when the body is going through all the pleasure and pain, all the Anubhava experiences, is Brahma, is complete, is Purnaha. Shruti says, Chandogya Shruti says. In Mundaka also the same thing is said, but in a different way. Sayo Bhavai Tat Paramam Brahma Veda Tat Paramam Brahma Veda Brahmaya Bhavati Nasti Brahmavid Kule Bhavati Tarati Shokam Tarati Papmanam. That is the Mundaka Upanishad Vakyam. Tarati Shokam Tarati Papmanam Bhugagrantibhyo Vimukto Amruto Bhavati iti. So Tarati Shokam Tarati Papmanam. So Chandogya and Shruti, Chandogya Shruti as well as Mundaka Shruti, those are same, Tarati Shokam. But in Chandogya, Tarati Shokam Atmavit, the very word is there. But here in Mundaka, Tarati Shokam, Tarati Vatmanam, Yogagrantibhyo, Vimukto, Amruto, Bhavati. Then, therefore, the Shruti says the same tone, same voice only, same truth only. Atmavita Shokam Tarati. Therefore, may you become the knower of Atma. That is the message. Then, the next line, last one, will the author quotes from this Shruti. Tanum tyajatu va kashyam.
Tanum tyajatu va kashyam.
Shvapachasya grhe atava.
Shvapachasya gృhe athava
Jnana samprapti samaye.
Jnana samprapti samaye
Muktoso vigatashayah iti smrtehe.
Muktosau vigatashayah iti smrtehe.
Shruti quote he had given. See, you have to support your statement by the proper quotation. Atmavita Shokam Tarati. That is from Chandogya. Shokam Tarati from Mundaka. You can take this from Shruti. Now here is quoting from the Smriti. What does it say here? There is a belief that if one dies in Kashi, you will get Swargaloka. One dies in Kashi, you will go to Swargaloka. It's a belief. So a lot of people go to Kashi and wait for death to happen. Let this Jnani die in Kashi. Tanum Tyajatuva Kashyam. Kashyam in Kashi. Let him give up his body where? In Kashi. Or Shvapachasya Grhe. Shva is dog. Shunaha. Shva. Shva, Shunaha. Dog. Pachasya Grhe means the house of a dog eater. Tanum Tyajatu va Kashyam, Tanum Tyajatu va Shvapachasya Grihe. Let him give up his body. Let this Jnani die in the house of a dog eater. Tanum means body, Shariram. Tyajatu, give up. Kashyam va Shvapachasya Grihe va. In the Kashi or in the house of a dog eater. Jnana Samprapti Samaye Muktaha Asau. That person is someone who is already Muktaha. When he gained knowledge. Jnana Samprapti. Jnana Prapti Samprapti Samaye. When he gained Jnanam, Asau Muktaha Bhavati. He becomes free. He is liberated. Not because of a special place of death or something. Since he is already liberated, Muktaha, so where he dies doesn't matter. Let him die in the dog eater's house or let him die in the most sacred place like Kashi. It's all one and the same for the person. Because he is no more dependent on anything else for his mukti. Vigata Ashayaha, it means Ashayaha is Vigata. Is Vigata Ashayaha. All the Ashaya as Vigata. Ashayaha Vigataha Yasmat. All the Ashas, all the desires. Ashas have gone away from whom? It means he doesn't have any Asha, any particular place. The one who doesn't have any particular place because he is all that is here. There's nothing other than that. Asha means here we can take it as place. Asha means desire is there, but here Vigata Shayaha is, it is better to translate as the place. So it means the one who doesn't have any particular place. How can Atma have a particular location, particular place? How can Brahma can have a particular place? Therefore, Vigata Shayaha, Ashayaha, Vigataha, Yasmat. The one from whom any particular place, dwelling place has gone. He doesn't dwell in a particular place. That is the meaning. It means what? It means he's everywhere. He doesn't locate in a particular place. He's everywhere. There is no place where he is not. That is the meaning. Vigata Shayaha. That is possible only when you are one with Brahma. Brahma is Purnaha, Purnam, it is everything, Sarvavyapi. There is nothing other than Brahma. Where does that Brahma locate? You cannot ask when everything is Brahma. Where is the space? You cannot ask because space is all pervaded. The space is also is created. Therefore, space is also is Nitya, it is also limited. But Brahma is more than that. That which is the cause even for the space. Therefore, how much expansive, all pervading the Brahma must be. Everything is Brahma. Therefore, the Jnani who is one with Brahma, he doesn't have any particular dwelling place, particular place. Therefore, whether it is Kashi or dog eater's house, that cannot limit that person. Everything is Brahma. So, where he dies doesn't matter. Therefore, whether he dies in Kashi or dies in the dog eater's house, when already he is liberated, Muktaha Bhavati, Jnana Samprapti Samaye. Therefore, the place doesn't matter. He is free. He is free. It is Smritehe, it is Smritehe. Shruti quote is given before, now Smriti. This Smriti from Mahabharata. Tanum Tyajatu va Kashyam. Shariram. Let him give up the body in Kashi. Atava Shvapachasya Grihe, or in the dog eater's house. Aso Muktaha Jnana Samprapti Samaye. Is free from samsara when he gained knowledge. He has become already free. Therefore, the one who is Vigata Shayaha, for him, the place doesn't matter. The place of living the Shariram doesn't matter. Wherever he lives, from whichever place he lives. Wherever he lives or from whichever place he leaves. Everything is sacred. Where he lives is sacred for us. From where he departed, that is also sacred for us. That we built a samadhi and erect a lingam and we worship, like Raman Maharshi. So everything is sacred, whatever he does. where he lives and from where he leaves. Therefore, for him, Kashi or Shvapachasya Griha doesn't matter. Iti Smriti, this quote from the Mahabharata. Iti Tattvabodha Prakaranam Samaptam. This Prakarana Grantha with the name Tattvabodha is simple and a beautiful text. Paribhasha Grantha, all the definitions are there, which is the introduction to Vedanta. It is Samaptam. This Prakarana, this book, which unfolds the subject matter and the Prakriya, the methods which are used in Vedanta Shastra. The Prakriya, the methods which are used in Vedanta Shastra, it's called Prakarana. So, the Prakarana being here is Tattva Viveka Prakarana, otherwise Tattvabodha Prakarana. That is Samaptam. Prakarana means talking about the Bodha, the knowledge of what? Tattva. Therefore, only it is called Tattvabodha. It is Samaptam, it is completed, accomplished, Samaptihi. Successfully completed the study of Tattvabodha. So, therefore, we complete here Tattvabodha Prakaranam. It's a small text, but covers all the important the definitions, and it's a complete by itself. Even though it's a Prakaranam, this Prakaranam is complete by itself. Prakaranam can be in the form of a small shloka, or in the form of a small text, or in the form of a very big text also. Everything is complete by itself. Because it is small, therefore doesn't mean it has got small value. That which is small sometimes have very significant value. Tattvabodha is like that. So it is better if one can memorize the definitions. One can memorize the whole Tattvabodha. That is useful for studying the other text, Upanishad, even other Prakarana Granthas. It is useful. So we need to know the Tattvabodha by heart. The extension of Tattvabodha is, you can say it is Vedanta Sara, or further extension is Viveka Chudamani. Vedanta Sara is relatively bigger, and Viveka Chudamani very bigger. All these are Prakarana, this Prakarana Grantha only. So after the completion, we have completed this. After the completion, I told before, we will take up Vedanta Sara, which is an extension of Tattvabodha. So the Vedanta Sara, we will start from the next class. So what we discussed in this alone will come, but we will deal with that a little elaborate. More elaboration in the Viveka Chudamani. That also planning to do, we will see sometime. This Tattvabodha Prakaranam is Samaptam. Om Purnamadav Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ. Thank you so much.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
धन्यवाद.